Before we start, I want to kindly thank August for buying us a cuppa since the last video. It's always appreciated. Check out my new house. No, not really. I wish. This is Burley House in Stamford. Now, one of the great things about PA conferences being held all around the country is you get to visit these places on the way home. Let's go and have a tour. The tour starts with Holly from Red Dwarf before she shuts up and disappears, so you can go and have a look round in peace. Of course, it starts with all the silverware and all the nice things that have to be kept behind cabinets. Thankfully, it's not like the Louvre, so none of it's going to get nicked. And there's Mrs. St Harrison. We best carry on with this tour before she starts trying to buy stuff out of those cabinets. Burley House was built from 1555 to 1587 and cost a whopping £21,000. God, people had it better back in those days. You even get some free conkers to take home to keep the spiders away, if you have cats like Mystery Mig and Kitten, who sometimes just can't be asked to catch them. Now, Burley House has a whopping 76 chimneys. I've not seen that many chimneys since I went to Poland. However, the ones at Burley House actually served a purpose. Now, on the wall of the kitchen are turtle skulls. I know, it's grim, but we used to have them in soup. Thankfully, we've moved on from those days, unlike other parts of the world. With over 100 rooms, you're going to need all these bells. The building was built by William Cecil, the leading administrator and chief advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. He built this to show his status, and why the fuck not? I don't think they want you to sit on this chair, however there are some grim people who probably would. Now this is the chapel. It was improved in the 18th century by the 9th Earl of Essex, who said it had been a little bit low, dark and ill-favoured before he made some changes. Also, he included some acquisitions from the altarpiece by Veronese. And of course, he had a snooker room, somewhere to get away after you've had your turtle soup, been to the chapel and rung some bells. There are times when you're walking around Burley House, you could almost think you're in Venice or somewhere else in Italy with all this artwork. A lot of it was done by Antonio Verrio, an Italian unsurprisingly. Excuse me love, your tit appears to have fallen out. Oh yes, I wonder why I felt a draft. Ah, everyone loves an ensuite. Look how posh this is. The wood panelling, the lovely views of the garden, a nice bath, and it's not all perfect, is it? You're not shitting that. Now, William Cecil was a devout Protestant, but still was a moderate. and he favoured the Elizabethan religious settlement of 1559, which enforced Protestant doctrine but allowed some ceremonial compromise to keep the national unity together. He did believe in a strong hierarchical monarchy as the guarantor of order and religion, and was deeply suspicious of popular political participation. He was what you would consider a modern day conservative. However, he didn't like foreign wars because they were expensive and pointless. He only liked helping the Dutch. Here's more of Verrio's work. If I had any type of skill, I would try this in our house, but I would never be allowed because I have no artistic skills. Leave it to the experts, or just walk around houses like this. This is actually Verrio's heaven room. This is what heaven is meant to look like, and then after you've gone through the heaven room, you go into the hell staircase. Here it is, where the walls are covered from floor to ceiling with a churning vision of the infernal regions. Demons, serpents, fire, smoke, and grotesques, I think we know what they mean because this was when they weren't allowed in the country, all tumble downwards to the bottom of the stairs. Now this is the Olympic corridor that leads to the cafe where we saw the only non-person there. Unsurprisingly, all the pictures of people here are white, and they're even boogaloo ready with a small cannon hidden behind a doorway. You can't move in Burghley House without seeing a painting or a bust, quite literally, of a bust. Now the gardens of Burghley House are also impressive. Sadly now, they're filled up with shit modern art. They were designed by Lancelot Brown, better known as Capability Brown, who got the name Capability because clients got told that their estates had great capabilities, and the phrase stuck. He was born in Northumberland and worked as an apprentice in garden design and estate work before moving to southern England, where he would actually make money. Capability Brown became the King's Master Gardener at Hampton Court Palace in 1764, and by the time he died in 1783, he was responsible for over 170 landscapes across England and Wales. Now, he was not a fan of straight lines, and he also liked ditches that kept livestock out of the way of people trying to paint a nice picture of the garden, or just keep them out of the way because sometimes you just don't want to see chickens. He's also responsible for the gardens of Blenheim Palace, Chatsworth, Croom Court, Petworth, Hampton Court Palace, Highclere, Kew Gardens, Alnwick Castle, and Wimpole Hall, amongst 165 others. If he saw his garden here now, with all these garish nonsense littered around it, he'd be fucking disgusted. He'd be rolling in his grave. Why put that on trees? Also in the gardens is the resting place of Telemachus the Bull. He was quite famous in the 19th century. He was named after the son of Odysseus, and Penelope from the book The Odyssey by Homer. You probably knew that already. No idea what that is, but Mrs. St. Harrison walking around the gardens has found a portal to hell. Let's go down and have a look. I do wonder what kind of people would get sent down into this 9th circle of hell. You decide, stick it in the comments. I'm not going to say, because I don't want to get nicked. Burley House is highly recommended, and to leave the gardens, you need to walk through this timed spray so you don't get wet. We stood there for ages, we didn't get wet. I would show you the video, but it's full of kids and that'd just be weird. After this, we went off to a church, a bit closer to home. Filled with wooden angels across the roof. How lovely. I'm sure the church only has nice and pure books for sale at the back for 10p. Oh dear. No one wants to hear about you getting a gobble. We then found an information sheet that says this church is used to protect bats. Apparently there are loads up around the wooden angels in the rafters. However, we couldn't see any, and we stood with binoculars looking for about half an hour. Probably the wrong time of day, to be fair. Anyway, that's enough for today. It's time to go home. It's been a very tiring weekend. However, I now need to drag Mrs. St. Harrison out, who's still with the binoculars, trying to find the bats. I don't think she's going to have much luck. So until next time, ta-ta for now. If you enjoyed this video or thought it's like less shit than the others, you can always buy us a cuppa on Ko-fi. The link's in the description below, and thank you in advance if you do.